should know if I could be.
Hi everyone, I hope everybody's doing well. Today in this tutorial I'll be creating this makeup look using all brand new high-end products that I have got and collected as of recently. So it's going to be first impressions, it's going to be a glammed up makeup tutorial, and I'm going to step by step walk you through everything. So if you want to know how I got this look, just keep watching. Look, I'm going to start off with my eyes. My last video was with my eyes as well. If you guys don't remember, I'll leave it over here, and also I'll leave it in the description bar below. But I've started off with my eyes and I really liked the way that turned out. I've never ever done makeup starting off with my eyes, but it's kind of growing on to me, so I thought I'd try it out again. Start off with my eyes, well, my brows and my eyes. So we're just going to jump straight into it. I'm just looking at my viewfinder to see if everything, you know, is in place and you guys can't see anything. So let's get into it. So for my brows today, I'll be using my Benefit Brow in the shade 5. I'm absolutely in love with this product. It is my ride or die baby. You guys know I am in love with Benefit brow products and Benefit in general. So we're just going to be going in with this bad boy. So just brushing my brows back. I do, as you guys know, have filler in my brows. Not filler. I have feathering done. So, and I do tint my brows. So the majority of my brows are that, as you guys can see over here and over here, and just the ends of it are sort of just like sparse. So what I do is I just go ahead and I fill in just the front, define it, then draw like upward strokes. Can you guys even see? I'll come closer. So I just draw upward strokes that follow my natural brow line and fill it in and define it up the top as well. And the same thing on my arches as well. And then whatever's left in the brush, in the brow brush, I just go ahead and I basically fill it in. I like my brows bold, but depending on your style and what works for you, it's just up to personal preference when it comes to brows. Alright, so we're going to be concealing our eyelids and underneath our brows just using the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade light to medium. This is a perfect shade for me, my tan, even though I'm not tanned right now. But, you know, we're going to make it work, alright? Because this is the only shade I have. So I pop just a bit right on my eyelid. This just cancels out the veins on your eyes as well as like defines your brows. And then, where is my brush? Going in with my Morphe concealer brush, I just basically spread that out and define my eyebrows. See how that one looks a lot more clearer, crisper than just that one over there. So in comparison, that's what they look like. And then all of a sudden I feel like a reversed panda. Now I'll just be setting that using the NYX No Filter Sand Filter Finishing Powder. I haven't tried this one before, but we're just going to be giving it a try today and see how we go. You know, just see it as a first impression. And I'll be setting that using my Real Techniques 300 brush. It does seem a bit tan for my skin today, but like I said, we're going to be making it work. If need be, I'm going to pull it down all the way to my neck. So moving into the eyeshadow, today I'm just going to be using the Too Faced Gingerbread eyeshadow palette. I haven't tried it before. See, there's a first impression. Most of these stuff are first impressions because I haven't tried these before, and I will let you guys know which ones are. But we're going to be using the amazing Too Faced Gingerbread Spice eyeshadow palette, and that's this bad girl over here. How stunning. So my base shade is just going to be powdered sugar, and then I'll be setting that with my Tarte brush. I don't know which one this is because it doesn't have a name, but it's like really pretty one over here. It smells amazing. Okay, so the white pigment is really good. You know how the way I figure out if a palette's good or not, if they've got like a white shade or if they've got a black shade, I try them out first, and if they have foils as well. Black shades tend to sort of have fallout, which this palette doesn't have any black shades, and white shades seem to look chalky, whereas this one literally, it's like a mixture of a velvet sort of satiny sort of feel, very buttery, and seems very, you know, blendable with how this is turning out and how this is applying. in using any blending brush or a crease brush, this is my Napoleon Purtis BR17 or BR19. So I'm just going to be going in with the shade Gingerbread, and that's it over there. So we're just using this in the, oh, did you guys see that? I like that. We're going to be using this in the crease, using mini circle motions and window wiping motions, going back and forth, deepening my crease up, and when there's barely anything left in my brush, I'm just taking that shade up so it just blends into my brow bone. So that's just with one application, guys. That is with one application. I'm shocked. So using the same brush, going in with the shade Spice is Nice, just to deepen my crease a little bit more. Like this one is more of a orangey sort of shade, so it will definitely deepen my crease a lot more. So I'll just show you guys. Got it on my brush right over here, and just basically keeping this on my crease to deepen it. Just using window wiping motions. See how that one's a lot more defined, and it's sort of got more of a contour to it, like a socket, whereas this one is just flat in a way. So to deepen this look a lot more, I'm just going to be going in with the shade Reindeer Paws in my outer corner and my inner corner. So we're going to do a pop of colour right in the centre of this look, like on my eyelids. Using the same brush, you can't see the pigment because obviously it's a dark shade, and just focusing, focusing this on my outer corner, and we're going to be smoking it out. So it's going to look like a smoky sort of look. You with me? If you do have a massive brow bone like I do, then you can take this, but just leave that little area here on your eyelid for a pop of colour. I might actually change my brush going in the inner corner into something smaller, so maybe an angled sort of brush like this one, like a diamond shaped sort of one. This one's a Zoeva 231 Luxe Petite Crease Brush. So grabbing the tiniest bit and using that in my inner corner and mapping it to sort of connect to the other shades. And then switch your brushes to blend out. So we've got like a sea happening of a darker shade, and we've left literally the middle of it perfectly empty. And don't worry how much the outer corner edges, like these bits, look, because you are definitely going to go in after you put your foundation and stuff. You're going to clean that up. So right now you may look like a hot mess, like how I look like a hot mess, but don't worry about it. That's why I've kind of like the idea of now doing my makeup in reverse, because when I was training at Napoleon Purtis, like lashes and brows were first, and then you would go in with your skincare and prep the skin and then do your makeup. But you gotta try new things, like you can't always stay with one thing, and I've been doing my makeup that way for so long that I just wanted to try something else. And this way, like, you can clean up your mistakes and whatnot. I mean, everybody has mistakes. Just because you're a makeup artist doesn't mean that you don't have mistakes, you know. This is definitely a more of a glammy sort of look. It's not your everyday typical look. I mean, I would go out like this to the shops, but not everybody does. So that's only because I'm used to, you know, going out looking either too much or too little if I don't have an in-between. Alright, so we've kept it quite bare in, like, on top of my eyelid. I'm just trying to cave out that shade. So see how I've sort of caved them both out? I hate doing makeup when my brows are like, they need to be done, but I have to do it myself this time. What I do with my brushes, by the way, I set them aside, the ones that I use, and then I go spot clean them after every makeup tutorial I do. So that way it's just ready for me and available for the next time I use them. I've done that mistake before where I haven't cleaned my brushes and it was not good. I have black all over myself because I used a black shade for my Halloween tutorial, and then I used that same brush in a makeup tutorial that I filmed, and there was a legitimately black shade. Like, I used one of the brushes to contour my nose. I had black contour, think of it that way. Now, using Reindeer Paws, that shade, I'm just going in with my MAC 214 brush. It's just a buffing brush, or a like lash line brush. I'm going to be using this to connect my lower lash line and to smoke it out. Now I'm just going to stop, wait, one second. I'm going to stop there. See how this one looks like a lot more choppy and stuff, but then as soon as you add the lower lash line, number one, it makes your makeup look more darker, and also just looks more combined. So just smoking this all the way into the middle. I love the facials I pull. Now we look like an actual panda. Alright, so using my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, I'm going to grab any flat top brush. Let me just find one for myself. Like, seriously, I have over 110 brushes and I can't seem to find the one that I want. So just my Morphe flat top brush, spraying my brush just once, and then going in with the shade Warm and Toasty. Oh, see what I mean? I haven't cleaned this brush, and lucky I tested it. Can you guys see that? How can I show you guys? Look right over there. Can you see it? Now watch. Lucky I did not use that brush, and I'm here raving about me cleaning brushes. Oh my god. Alright, so changing it to my Real Techniques base shadow brush. Just doing the same thing. This one's clean because I can see it. And going in with Warm and Toasty. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pop this little girl right over the top of where we left. Literally just place it there and just pat it in. You know? Just like that. Looks like a sunset. Wow! Sorry, I get really overexcited and it's not good for a 24-year-old, but almost 25. Oh my god, I'm halfway through to 50. Can I just say, first impression of this palette, do I need to even clarify it with you girls? Like, it's limited edition. So gorgeous. Limited edition, Boyan Gabbana becomes like limited edition. Anyway, so moving along to my face. Okay, so I literally had to stop filming to get up and wet my beauty blender. So we're going to be priming our face with the Barry M Unicorn Primer Drops Beauty Elixir. This one just recently came in at Priceline, so you guys can find it at your local Priceline stores, along with all of their other shimmer products and stuff. So it's like this pink sort of liquid, if you guys can see. Seems very thick. And just be blending that with our hands, because you know, we're like that, we're grub. And obviously bringing it down our neck, because we are going to be applying foundation there too, because we are not so tanned at the moment. I like to have these detox periods from tanning, so I can sort of miss it again. That feels very, very smooth. It feels a little bit tacky. Can you hear it? A little bit tacky, but that's good for a primer, and it feels very hydrating. Like, it feels like I just sprayed some rose water on my face, or some aloe vera like sprayed on my face. It feels very nice. Getting into the nose creases, because I tend to crease up there, and into our smile line and chin. Okay, now going in with our foundation. I'll be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Sand. Just this bad girl over here. On my beauty blender that I chopped off because my nail went through it. And just patting this gal onto our skin. This is like my holy grail foundation. When I'm doing a glam look, I just use this foundation. When you come here, just, you know, try to avoid it. Leave it like that, because I'm going to show you a little hack. So just 2 pumps, as you see, was enough for my entire face. So to conceal our under eyes, I'm just going to be using, again, my Tarte Shape Tape, and what I do is this. So I pop it all the way into the inner corner, bring it in a triangle shape on my face, and then just some in the center, some on my forehead, and then a bit on my chin. And Cupid's bow. I first off go in, blend it, the majority of it, with my beauty blender. So when the bottoms are all blended in, grab my concealer brush and blend that in to the inner corner, and then I clean it up, and that just leaves you with like a perfectly defined look. So just before we set our face, I'll be setting my face with the Laura Mercier translucent powder, just using my Real Techniques brush and popping that underneath my eyes. And then going ahead and setting my entire face with my NYX No Filter Finishing Powder in the shade Classic Tan. And using my BH Cosmetics Big Fat 124 brush. So moving into the contouring and bronzing of my face, I'll just be using my Tarte Clay Play palette, and I'll just be going in with the shade Dessert over here. It's more of a cool toned brown rather than your terracotta and your timber. They're more warm. And I'll be using my Zoeva 127 Luxe Sheer Cheek brush. It's just a contouring brush. It's very pigmented and very blendable as well. Like, look at that. Blending it upwards, you never blend it downwards. Just patting it into my temples and my forehead. I really like that. I really like that. Wow. The same thing, just hiding a double chin. Then to contour my nose, just using my NARS Eater brush. And I'm just going to dab that onto that shade because it's so pigmented, and going in a straight line down our nose. So just like that, and on the other side as well. If you want to hide your tip like I do, just contouring the tip of the nose in an angled sort of. So I want to define my contour a little bit more. So I'm going to be going in with my Laura Mercier powder and just using a little sponge, creating a line down there that we will blend out. Then just cleaning that up and blending it in. See how I just made it a lot more crisp? I love the way this turned out. So for my blush today, I'll be using the NARS blush in the shade Super Orgasm and using my Real Techniques Multitasker brush, smiling the way I like to contour or carve out my apples of my cheek, and bouncing that and buffing it in upwards. So for my highlight today, I'll just be using my Tarte Love, Trust and Fairy Dust. Yeah, Fairy Dust eyeshadow palette. That's the front of it. She's absolutely stunning. And that's her on the inside. And I'm just going to be using that center shade over there for my highlight. I'm going in with my Models Prefer highlighter and contour brush. It's the MPD 103. Ready? Wow. Oh, wow. Oh my God. I like to bring my highlighter all the way to the front of my face because when you're in the sun, see how when you smile, it just sort of like glows? But in love, absolutely in love, in love. I'm going to be putting that on my Cupid spray as well. And just on the tip of my nose. Perfect. A little added step, I've just decided to put some on the high tops of my eyebrow as well, just using a small lip liner brush. Just on there. So it gives it that little pop at the beginning of my brow, so it defines it a lot more. And you know what? We'll just pop some in the inner corner as well. Alright, so for my lashes, I've used these before, but they're my Cocoa lashes in the style Venus. I'll pop these bad boys on and I'll get right back with you guys in a sec. So that's it there with the lashes on. How lovely does it look? Honestly, like, wow. So I'm just going to be using, you guys can use any mascara, but because I love this one and because my lower lashes are really long, I'm just like, as you can see, I'm just basically just pressing it onto it. My lower lashes are as long as my top ones, so I don't like to put too much mascara on them because then it just drags the look down and it's not nice. It's actually just it's not nice at all. So for my lips today, for my lip liner, I'll be using my MAC lip liner in the shade Oak. And this is just like your basic cool toned nude. It's like your lips, but better. So it just looks so natural. And then over the top of that, I'll be using my Kylie matte liquid lipstick in the shade True Brown K. Love it. And lastly, just setting my face with my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Hello. Speaking. Thanks, bye-bye. Alright, so that's it there for the complete makeup tutorial. I really liked the products that I used today. Not liked that, the actual word is I loved the products that I used today. The Too Faced Gingerbread Spice palette is an absolute stunner, and also the Tarte Clay Play, I think, palette is also a stunner. The Tarte Love, Trust and Fairy Dust palette is also a stunner. I love the products I used today. So I'm really happy with the way this look turned out. I love that eyeshadow. I've never tried anything like this on myself before with these shades, so I'm very shocked, and I'm happy that I'm venturing out. The way the shadows blended, the way the highlight is standing out, I'm just in love. It's just an absolute beautiful look, like, and you guys can see for yourselves. It's lovely. So coming into the end of this look, I will be giving away one Too Faced Gingerbread Spiced eyeshadow palette. I did mention this on my stories on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, I'll leave it over here. Please do go ahead and follow, because I do usually, I'm starting to do giveaways and stuff. So in saying that, I will be giving away one of these bad boys, because I realize that it is limited edition and most of you girls are dying to have it anyway. I put out a poll and legitimately 100% of you have said yes, do a giveaway. I want to give back to you girls because you guys support me so much. So in saying that, for the giveaway, I will be leaving everything in the description box below, but just saying it in a little nutshell over here. On my photo that I will be posting over here, I would like you guys to like that photo, tag 2 friends, follow my Instagram, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Literally, that is it. I'll be announcing the giveaway in 3 days after this post comes up, so that's when the giveaway will sort of end, and I'll be choosing one lucky person to give back to, because I genuinely love you guys and I genuinely love this palette and Too Faced in general. So that's there. So that's there for the complete makeup tutorial. If you guys like this video, please don't forget to give it a like, because it supports my channel a lot. Don't forget to share it with your friends and family, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, leave your video suggestions in the comments down below, and other than that, I'll see you guys in the next 3 days. Bye!